Welcome back, PlayBASIC coders. We're looking at another work in progress, revision, update of the website. You'll notice a few different changes to the title bar. We've got a login and a join page. They're pretty much cut from the same cloth that the contact page was, so we've got the same styling. Sign up page, which is a page. Well, the sign up page exists, but it doesn't actually function yet. Whereas the login page actually does function. I'll just type in my junk details. Give it my weird password for the time being. The login's actually succeeded, but the redirection failed. So what should happen if we're on this page here and then we went to login, it should redirect us back to where we were, but it didn't. But as you can see now, it knows that I've logged in. It's giving me the log out option. And your account's really just going to be for, maintaining your things like your orders in the future and how you'll go about getting updates in the future as well. I'm not quite sure how we'll implement this, but there'll be some sort of, under downloads, there'll be update section that will be available to you, where you'll just be able to download your updates directly. But you'll need to be logged into that stuff to work. There'll be a section on, this probably won't be here, there'll be like a My Account or something like that, preferences or whatever we'll call those things, and we'll go to another menu and you can pick out what you want to do from there. You probably won't have that many things that you can do beyond things like updating your email address, maybe selecting an icon for when we allow posting on other things. We will need a way of having people who sign up initially connect their account with their old order. That's one of the problems we've got to solve at some point. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work. I guess you could enter your serial and then it would attach your serial to your account. It would verify it's a real serial and then go, okay, we'll try and maybe have a secondary match with that stuff, maybe an old email address or those things. I guess people who signed up for an account here and use their same email address they used when they ordered it, you wouldn't even need to have verification of that. You can just go, yep, that's the same person. We've got to be careful that we don't, of course, we don't let people sign up and claim a serial that they didn't purchase. I would hope to think that's kind of obvious, but maybe it's not for people. But generally, some of the things from here will only function when you're logged in, like the downloads part from here. These will now be restricted to being logged into the account. Mostly that's to stop the bots from pulling the files all the time. Because they're exposed to the public, so anything that's scraping through the website and follows that link can grab the file, and it doesn't take much, and a bot can take down the website, or at least consume a lot of resources the website has. I think what we'll do too is we'll have this is the public contact form. It's been updated, as you can see, but there'll be like a message, an internal message thing where you can select like a recipient or something like that. So you can work in groups between people. You could maybe have a subgroup where your team is this and these people can join up to your team. That's the kind of stuff I think is valuable, so you could have people who are not necessarily really code focused, people who are maybe more art and design focused, or want to make tools for the team, or other ones who want to just come up write functions, or where it's going to be. But that's a ways off though, isn't it? You need to have a way where, things like source codes, for example, in longer term, you'll be able to post your source codes directly to the source code section, and your post will be the same as mine. There's no preferential anything. It's just whoever posts today goes to the top pretty much. But I guess we'll have to rearrange some of the stuff here. If we have thousands of posts under here, then it can be pretty hard to find what you're trying to find, which is the problem. It's a universal problem on websites. Once you have a lot of stuff, how do you hone in your search for the thing you're after when you need it? Don't know. But for now, we've got a basic layout's kind of improving. We are logged out now. So just going back to expecting a login. Testing some other stuff down the bottom here about the scrolling headlines. I want to replace this frame, which Google doesn't like anymore. And on pages where we have many pages of responses, like if you go to the news page, we're just pushing out the content. Thanks for that, annoying thing. We probably could just have the top 10 headlines that are shown here, and then a way to get to the next pages. At the moment, you've got to scroll down to the bottom and to move to the next block of 10 or wherever it is, pages, articles. If you refine the search, you can get, much less to look through, but you might miss something too that wasn't classified properly to begin with. So we probably should have the top headlines, or the headlines that are on this page here, and then maybe even a click to reveal mechanic where you click the headline and it reveals the article visually. So you just got, it would compress the vertical height of the page. Hopefully that works better for people, and even though the text will still be there, of course. Yeah, lots of things to do. For the personal account stuff, beyond having a username, having a verification of your email address, having an ability to update your password at some point and your email address, I guess, as well. You probably won't be able to update your username. Not sure at the moment. I think what we might do is we might have an account name and then a visible username. So in other words, you log in under your account name always. So you go here and we'll go, if we look at the join page, we've got a username here. Initially that could be set to, for me it would just be Kev Picardi or whatever. But I might want to use, Captain Kev or something like that on the site, and so I would log in under Kevin Piccone, but use the handle or the nickname in display forms. So if things published by me under here, for example, where it says my name now, that's attached to the old record, it would have my nickname rather than my account name. Don't know. Same as you might want to have an avatar of some type, and you'll have like a ranking as well, like a newbie, some basic stats about when you signed up, etc. We could probably keep a record of what updates you've downloaded, which is going to be really helpful for us too. Like knowing the way it works at the moment, it's impossible to work out. Impossible to work out who's interested in upgrades and what upgrades spark the most interest. So all a challenge. There's lots of information you've got to collect and then make sense of that stuff as we go through it. And it's just going to help us make better choices going forward. That's what this is for. Because at the moment you can't make a decision about what's useful and what's not, because you don't. Up until recently, we didn't even have internal logging for the website, so we had no idea what was the most popular record being viewed. Like, it's only been live for a couple of months, and you can already see certain articles have a preference over other ones. So that gives you a hint about what kind of articles people are looking for. You know, I guess you could say that might be a biased opinion based on those keywords that are in the articles, where if people are searching Google, let's say, they find this particular piece of text based on their search terms. You know, maybe they're searching for how do I do RGB color edition or something like that. I mean, I don't know. And maybe we just happen to have a tutorial in here that I don't think we do on that subject, but or maybe it's just for next loops, let's say. You can just view that page by itself. Like, we need to have these have their own pages and sections, so that the display mechanic is more comfortable for people as well. But, you know, if what I was saying about stats, we don't really know if those stats relate to, is it just a weird coincidence that a page is being more successful than another one, or is it actually something that people really like and go back to and use a lot, you know? Oh, it's difficult. I've got so many ideas going through my head at the moment about the second generation compiler, which is going to be another big conversation coming up in a few weeks' time. Hold your horses for that one. I'm pretty much going to put all the things in it that I always wanted in it up front, and you might like it, you might be horrified by it, but I'm not going to take any prisoners. It's going to be the most powerful, fastest compiler in this space. That's my goal. Whether we get to that point, well, you know, I don't know. We might not. But I think you'll agree we've pushed the bare bones version of PlayBASIC as far as we can probably push it. Of course, there's other aspects of it that you make quicker. There always is. You always come back and you find something else that could be improved. But most of the improvements I want to make are syntactically and compatibility-wise with BASIC in general, and then make some extensions beyond BASIC, things that aren't inherently BASIC to begin with. That would make, if you use those things in your programs, they would make your programs simpler. You're doing the same thing, you're just writing less code to do it, which is what I thought the agenda was, really, to make this easier for people to get results. Anyway, it's enough of me rambling on. Website's got some changes there. These aren't live, by the way. This is just on my computer here. When we get this stuff kind of functioning, we get a bit of a basic account structure behind it. We'll upload it, and we'll have a public testing. So those accounts we won't keep forever. You can make up a junk account, make up 10 junk accounts if you like. We won't prohibit people from doing that. And once we're all happy, it's kind of working within a reasonable sort of fashion, then we'll go live with it and we'll keep it. And that data will become residual. We'll keep that data from then on. And then you'll update your account as we go through. We'll probably find more bugs that way, but for the time being, we just need to get this thing up and running so we can bring that stuff from underwear design across onto here, and have this be the mecca of where all things PlayBASIC live. Because eventually the forums will be over here too. Anyway, lots more stuff to do. I hope you're having fun, your holidays, if you're on holidays, if you're back at work or whatever you're doing. Enjoy yourself. We'll see you soon. Bye.